Hey everybody, welcome back to Halfshelltoys and Collectibles. Just a really quick video today. We have about 5 items we got to pull. I want to talk about a couple things as well. So let's go ahead and get into that first item. All right guys, our first item that we've got to pull is actually a mock Ninja Turtle, and that stands for mint on card. The packaging isn't quite mint, but the figure definitely is. So this is an A31 out in the shop. Let's go ahead and go out and pull it. A31. It's going to be up top up here. And I want to say, yeah, he's right here. So it's this shredder. And this is actually kind of a special shredder. His bubble's a little squashed right here and across here. He's got some bubble damage, but he is a soft head, and he is an original 1988 figure. So this would have been one of the very first shredders to hit the shelves in late 87, early 88. So he is on the rare side for those reasons. If he was in perfect condition, if the bubble wasn't damaged, I could have asked probably $400 for this guy. But since he has that bubble damage and his card isn't perfect, we took an offer of $182 plus shipping. So this is going out of the country. It's going through the international program. So still a great sell for us. The lot that we got him in has been paid off for a while, and I think we're up like $1,000 or $1,500 already. So that being said, I feel comfortable taking the offer. I think we had it listed for $220. So it's just nice to see it go. It's going to go to a collector overseas somewhere. So that was a really good sale. Our next one kind of surprised me. This one is in A13. A13. It's going to be over here on the old bin side. And I'm going to have to move some stuff so I can get to it. So I'll be right back. This is the kind of stuff a reseller deals with when he doesn't have much space. So things being in the way, we got that stack of stuff kind of moved over to the side a little bit. So we were looking for, I think it's right here on the side. These are 2 folders from the 90s. One being a Coca-Cola, this is the time of year that stuff's really popular. And then a Lisa Frank. So 2 folders from the 90s. Guys, I pulled these out of a free box at a yard sale. So they were free. They were sitting out by the street when you walked up to the yard sale. And the Lisa Frank is not in very good condition. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that middle ring tab right there is blown out. The other 2 are in good shape, but it's used. It's definitely used. And the Coke one is in a lot better condition, but it's still also used. So I listed these for $20. Okay, $19.99, and they've been listed since summertime. And I finally got an offer on them. It took a while, but I got an offer on them for $15, and I took it. So the person paid $10.45 for shipping. I'm going to try my best to get that shipped at a low cost and probably shoot them back a couple bucks, because $25.45 for 2 90s folders, I want to give them a little bit of their money back, but it is still a really cool sell. It just goes to prove that there's even stuff in the free boxes at yard sales that you can make money on. Um, Not this last summer, but the summer before, I went to a yard sale, and in the free box there was a bunch of vintage Halloween and Christmas die cuts. People will pay 10, 20, $30 a piece for those, depending on what they are, and I got a whole stack of them for free. So never walk by the free box at garage sales, because more times than not, there's money to be made in those free boxes. And there's been times when I have actually not gotten anything off the tables at a yard sale, but I've gotten stuff out of the free box that should have been on the table with $1 on it or more. So never pass up looking through the free boxes. You just got to do it. So our next item is on S3, and it's another Nintendo 64 video game, and it is right there on top. Super easy pull. Mario Party 2. This cartridge is in amazing condition, almost near perfect. Anytime I list stuff like this, guys, on eBay, well, let's put it this way. Anytime that there's a listing on eBay that requires you to put in a condition, like good, acceptable, or better, or best, I always just do good. Even if it's perfect, I never say near mint. I just say it's in good condition. That way, when the customer gets their item, they are floored by the condition, and that's what I want. I rather lean on that side of the spectrum, so I don't get burned when somebody gets something that they think is less than perfect, if that makes sense. So I had that listed as in good condition, but honestly, it's in excellent condition. So, and I've already had a couple people that have bought video games from me leave me great reviews saying this is in way better shape than advertised, which that's what I want. I want my reviews to look like that. So that video game sold for $35.99 plus shipping, and I got a flat rate on those of $5.99. So that was a great flip. All right, guys, I want to take a second and talk about kind of a new business venture that my wife and I are going to do, and probably some help from my dad. If you guys haven't yet, go back and watch the video that I did a couple weeks ago about making a really bad decision for my business. And it was a huge lot of VHS, about 2,000 cassette tapes of VHS. And a lot of them are moldy, the ribbon. Not like the slip covers or the cases, but the ribbon inside the cases. And for those of you that collect VHS, you know what I'm talking about. So what we decided to do is look into ways that we can refurbish, not re, well, refurbish, yes, for some of them, restore some of the ones that are worth selling, cleaning up the ribbon, getting the mold off of them. But then we wanted to figure out a way that we can upcycle the VHS, because I just don't want to throw them in the trash, because then it's a total loss to me. I pay $200 for the lot, and if I take them to the dump, it's going to be another 40 or 50 bucks to get rid of them. So then I'm $250 in the hole. So we decided to see what we can do. And so I found an idea that I thought was pretty cool. And so we ordered some stuff just to kind of get an idea of what it would cost us to do this. And so I got a sample here to show you guys. And these will have custom labels and LED lights, but this is kind of what we're shooting at here. Now, this is a cassette tape that I have put a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer label on, and it's just we cleaned up the cassette. It looks really nice, and then this will eventually be glued or taped or Velcro to the back of the cassette. But it's got LEDs in it, so it's just like a little thing that you can set on the shelf, to display with your collection or wherever you would like it to sit. And we're planning on doing a whole bunch of different ones, guys. Cartoons, hit movies, the Goonies, Beetlejuice, Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, that kind of thing. And we'll probably do like Ninja Turtles and He-Man, Motu, and horror stuff. But this way, I can try to redeem the bad decision that I made. So hopefully here soon, guys, we'll be having these on Whatnot. I don't think I can sell them on my eBay store just because they're a custom VHS and there's copyright issues and stuff. So not going to sell them on eBay, but we can sell them on Whatnot. We can sell them on Etsy. I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but so Whatnot may be our outlet for these. And we'll probably do shows and then also have them listed in our store for people to purchase. They're not going to be expensive. I see some of these being sold on Etsy for like upwards of $50, and that's just not going to be the case for these. We are going to, we'll have some deluxe models that have like 2 different colored lights, one on each side. But for the most part, guys, these are going to be like less than $15 a piece. So they'll be $15 to $18 is what I'm guessing. With cheap shipping, we're going to put because they're super light, so they're not going to cost much to ship. So you can probably get into one of these for less than $20. So, but they'll just be really cool. Let's say like you have some Ninja Turtle toys on a shelf, or you've got some Motu toys or some horror stuff, and you want a couple of VHS with horror labels on them with the LED lights to kind of just add some nostalgia to your shelf. They're going to be super cool for that. And I think they're awesome. So I showed them to a lot of different people. They think the same thing. So yeah, keep your eye out for these. And I'll make an announcement on here on the channel when they're officially up for sale. All of my labels don't come in until December 3rd. So I was really hoping that I could jam a whole bunch out over Thanksgiving weekend and then start selling them right away so people can buy them for Christmas presents. But I don't think that's going to happen. So we probably won't see them for sale until about mid-December, unfortunately. But I have 2,000 cassettes, guys. And if we can sell a few of these a month to help offset that $200 loss and actually make some money, that'd be awesome. So let's go ahead and pull our next item. All right, so our next item is a vintage plush. And I got this in like a 10-tote toy plush lot that I bought for $100 from somebody in the next town over. And so this is a vintage Snuggles, and it's Ralph, and he's from 1983, and he's an A7. And he is new with the tag, which I was really surprised because a bunch of this stuff was like smaller, like vinyl figures, a lot of Happy Meal stuff. There were some action figures in there that really interested me. So I was totally fine paying $100 for 10 totes of merchandise. So I think this is him right here. Yeah, that's him. So he's just a little dog. He's a little dog, and he's got his tag on him. He's from 1983. Maybe this will give you guys a little bit better look, so I don't have to take him out of the. He's a super cute little dog, and he's in great shape. There he is right there. Great shape. And he sold for over $20. He sold for $24.29 plus shipping. Buyer paid $8.55 shipped for that. I wasn't quite sure if that was going to sell. The sold comps were there, but they were far in between, like one a month. So there was like 3 of them, 4 of them. So, but still took him 6 months to sell, I believe. So not bad. Some items are just going to be that way. Some items sit for a year and a half. All right, so our next item we got to pull, and our last item is some vintage Christmas ornaments, and they're over here on S5. And they're right here. Got to be super careful with these. These are super old. These are probably from like the 40s is my guess. They're super, super nice. They were made in Europe. So now these sold for $33.34 plus shipping. I could have gotten more for them, but there is one, the top of the ornament is a little damaged. Still usable, but is damaged. And then it's missing the plastic window and the box. If the box was in a little bit better shape, I probably could have got $50 for these. So still not a bad flip. I think we're like $1 into those. It's crazy what you can find at yard sales, guys. So 33, 34 plus 11, 10 shipping on that. Great, great, great flip, especially going into Thanksgiving and Christmas. I love selling that kind of stuff. The last thing I want to mention, guys, is I'm going to be having a Whatnot show on Monday, the Monday right after Thanksgiving, and we're going to be selling a bunch of loose action figures that I got in a lot 2 weeks ago. I'm in the hole on this lot, so I'm really hoping that we can purge the action figures that came with it and try to get ourselves closer to what we paid for the lot. And that's going to happen the Monday after Thanksgiving. So that's Cyber Monday. And we're going to be doing the Whatnot show at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So if you don't follow us on Whatnot yet, go into the description of this video. Our Whatnot link is there. You will see the show. Just go ahead and bookmark that. Follow us. And hopefully we can get some of these action figures moved out and sold and to new homes. There's Marvel stuff. There's some Halo stuff. There are small vinyl figures. There's some Lord of the Rings stuff. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head what's there. I want to say there's a few more like video game related action figures. There's just a bunch of stuff. Maybe some DC stuff. So there's probably 100 figures, 80 to 100 figures that we need to sell. So, and this is gonna probably become a regular thing. I need to start doing Whatnot again. So, just because I have so much loose stuff that I need to sell. So, if you want to follow us on Whatnot, go ahead and head over there and do that. And we'll start having some parties over there, selling some stuff. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Whatnot. So we're going to be doing more shows over there here in the very near future. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family. Take it easy, and we'll see you on the next one.